So, people have been asking me to pay attention like to the Dalen and Kelvin character. And finally I'm gonna kinda give my 2 cents on it. When I watched the show, right? Why it's weird and unbelievable is because how does the character go from being tricked? Both characters go from being tricked by Brittany and then almost being tricked by Noel the same way. It doesn't make sense. Let's get into it.
Hold on. Okay.
There's nothing to say.
Listen. From here on out, Noel, this thing between us has to be over. Completely. I'm done with this. Like I can't do this between you and Dalen and Keisha and just pulling people's fit. Like it's
And you're thinking about that no. No. All of a sudden you can't do it no. There's no way for you to do that now. Even though, the Dalen thing happened and what you call it, the Brittany thing happened and you saw how that happened and then now you're in the same predicament again. It doesn't make sense. And then the people have know the Noel character, right? But then she keeps playing them nonetheless, even though they know that she's playing them. You see what I mean? That's why I feel like it's dumb.
it's just got a lot.
Listen, fine. It clearly was not meant to be. The test is negative. I'm not pregnant. So that's a win, right? It's a win-win. You're happy. Everybody can move on with the situation. Move on with our lives.
At least we know, that you can keep doing what you're doing.
Again, none of the lines them even punch because we know the girl has been playing both of y'all. If you ask me, I think the best outcome is actually gonna be that after this she gets pregnant and just says it's both of y'all's baby at this point, and both of them pretty much take care of the kid because they're pretty much that dumb. That's literally how dumb now me think of the Dalen and the Kelvin character. I don't even believe that they have any amount of sense.
This has never been about me trying to do whatever I want to do. I never asked to be in this situation, Kelvin. I've been trying my best. And you know that. That was never my intention to cross the line with you. It was
What
never
was your intention?
Kelvin, that wasn't planned. I was in a vulnerable moment.
But of course, he's going to believe that. And of course, hey, she's still going to play Dalen and she's still going to go on the same trip with Carter. Don't worry. I've been binge watching some part of it just to see exactly if there's anything that they can pull me in with that makes actually any sense. I'm telling you, they've literally killed the Kelvin character and they've killed the Dalen character. Whatever moral standing that they had, those two characters with, to pair with the Wayne character and the Mike character and the Anthony character, they've just like messed that entirely up. It just doesn't make sense. It's like I don't understand what was the purpose of turning them to that when they weren't like stars anyways.
I just don't get nothing. The whys, like we say, don't matter.
You chose Keisha, right? Cool. And I choose Dalen. It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Like, this is just another lesson on my journey, Kelvin.
I know. We both know it's another lesson on both of our journeys. It's not like you ever cared in the first place. It's just,
I did care.
Of course you did,
It's cool. At the end of the day, like, I'm here for Dalen, and you can go live your life and do whatever you need to do, wherever that may be. Since you love to travel and be on your way, I'll be out your way. Right?
And based on the writers, something tells me that this is not over. Because I know the writers, they like this foolishness. It's almost like they keep reiterating some of these stupid stories. You know what I mean? The stories I'm going to get anywhere. Again, it's almost like Kelvin and Dalen has become a DC. They're just so unwatchable. It's not even funny. You know what I mean? The way them, okay. It, simping after a chick who has been tricking you outrightly, that you know that is tricking you, is just wild. That's all I'm saying. It's just wild.
Best for you though.
And I wish the same for you. Guess I'll see you around.
I keep wondering who writes their scripts. Like the person who writes the Noel and the Carter and the Dalen script. Like who's writing it? Is it like a person that, you know what I mean, like says, you know what? I really and truly hate men, so I'm gonna write them to be like idiots. Like I'm gonna write them to be morons because literally they're morons in the entire script. There's nothing about them that's smart, and it doesn't matter how much the woman plays. Both of them are able to be taking this particular part of playing. And generally, men don't really rule that way. Normally, men don't really rule like that, nonetheless. But I, it just doesn't make sense. Now, maybe if this was their first encounter, it would have been believable. But it's not even believable anymore because we've seen the same thing happen with the Brittany character between Dalen and Kelvin. So it just doesn't make no sense. So for them to have an episode with Brittany where Brittany basically deceived them, that's what them, giving, and then to have another girl come by and do the same thing to the both of them again, it just says that them dumb, that they're not smart, that these are just like a bunch of Neanderthal kind of men. I don't know, where do you find these men? Which part of the wild you find them? There must be somewhere in the wild. Maybe just me. Maybe just me and O'Neill is expecting to see too much, and maybe it's O'Neill is, maybe writers, maybe I'm expecting too much of you. Maybe I'm expecting you to really come with a script that is sensible, but again, or maybe people actually entertained by this, and O'Neill is just, not in the lineage of this. Maybe I'm not on the frequency. Maybe I'm taking the stairs like Shayla. When it comes to this story, do you think O'Neill is taking the stairs when it comes to this particular episode, or is O'Neill really and truly taking the elevator? What exactly is O'Neill taking when it comes to this storyline? Give me a take. I'm gonna talk to you also.